Hello everybody, welcome back to this video, to this series, to this podcast. This is the Glow Theory podcast. This is episode 5 of season 2 of the love and relationships kind of vibe or kind of series we got going on. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about why I or you romanticize people who could not love me back. We're going to get into why that is and where it came from and why we desire people or may desire people who are not good for you, who don't even love you back, who sprinkle in breadcrumbs, but you eat it all up anyways. Let's get into it. So this episode is for the girlies. Honestly, I know looking at the audience, there is like a male demographic watching some of my videos, and obviously this is going to be tailored to girls because I am one. But you know what, for the males who do watch, this is like a good perspective to have from a woman's perspective and seeing how relationships are and how we kind of view things. You know, I guess take some notes, take some advice, because some of it is not only just for the girlies, like some of this is for everyone. So yeah. Alrighty, so this is for the ones who gave so much to love and could not even get a fraction of it back. You still stayed and you were still hoping that things would change, that they would still show up for you, but they didn't. And it doesn't mean you're naive or dumb or whatever the fuck. It's just deep down, you just want someone to love you back, you know? Deep down, you're trying to fix something that was never yours to carry. And the weight of that really drags you down mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like I always say, all of the lees, because you're holding on to this idea or this fantasy of an idea of this person who you want them to become, or what you want them to do for you in the relationship and how you want to be treated in the relationship. And realistically, they're not even meeting you halfway. They're not even giving you anything. You should have been walked away. Because why are you eating crumbs from a pie when you can have the whole thing? And obviously, like I always say, every episode is based on my experiences and what I understand to be. So I can understand what it's like to be in a situation where you are with someone who is barely giving you a fraction of what you were giving, or not meeting you halfway and not pulling their weight or their end in the relationship. And quite frankly, let's be clear and honest, if someone is not doing that or meeting you halfway, let's be clear, they don't like you. They don't like you that much. Because when you like someone, when you actually like someone, when you actually desire to be with someone, you do what you can to make sure that you meet them at least halfway. You do what you can to make sure that they're happy, that they're loved, that they feel your love. All right, let's get into segment 1. Okay, segment 1, the root of it and where this pattern begins or where it even starts. And obviously I have my notes, so if I'm not looking at you and not giving you the attention and the eye contact you want, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So obviously I feel like many of us equate love with proving your worth. You feel like you have to do things in order to receive love from people. Like for example, if you grew up in an environment where love felt conditional, like you had to earn attention by being quiet, by being helpful, by being perfect or strong or whatever the fuck, your nervous system wires love to effort. And I definitely can understand that. I grew up in such strange environments, to be honest. My childhood was weird, teenage years weird, and just grew up in environments where you had to do certain things in order to receive a fragment of worthiness, a fragment of attention or validation of any type. And as a child and just growing up as a kid, it definitely, it was hard. It was hard trying to constantly prove myself to people and constantly show that, hey, I'm good. I'm a good person, okay? I'm a good person, and I'm gonna do these things to show you because I want that love back. It really screwed me over growing up for sure, because I was doing that to everyone, and that obviously led to people-pleasing tendencies and just a lack of self-respect and self-worth and not understanding boundaries and just overstepping and doing the most just to get an ounce of love back from people. And what I'm saying is, for those who can relate, you didn't chase love because you were desperate. You were chasing it because deep down, love never showed up for you. And you felt like you had to work for it. You felt like you had to do all these things and work yourself to the bone and tire yourself out mentally, physically, and fuck up your whole entire nervous system just to do all these things to make yourself seem lovable to people. And that's honestly like the saddest thing ever. Like, love should never be conditional, not even to a child too. And all the children who experience that and have conditional love in their households. So as you develop and grow older and get into relationships with these unhealed wounds of feeling like you have to people please and overcompensate to earn people's love, in relationships, if you're experiencing hot and cold from them and they're pulling away or whatever, you will feel like you need to do more. You need to do this, like you'll feel like I need to do this, and they will come back to me, or they will love me more, or whatever it is. And if love wasn't freely given in your childhood, we subconsciously think we have to earn it, like I have been saying. You might say things like, maybe if I was less emotional, that they will like me better. Maybe if I gave them more space, that they will have time to think for themselves and then they will love me more. Or maybe if I just need to be more understanding and they will love me more. The truth is, with all of that, you're just over functioning for someone who is under delivering. Obviously, you're attracting these kinds of relationships and people into your life because that's what your nervous system is used to. That's what it's comfortable with. You don't deserve for someone to under-deliver and not meet you halfway. You don't deserve to beg and do this and do that and buy this and buy that just to earn somebody's love, because that is not love, that is survival mode. So now we're going to talk and move on to the chase. The chasing in a connection, the dynamic of the running, the chasing, whatever the fuck, it will feel addicting, because you're not chasing them, you're chasing the feeling of when they finally do give in to you, they feel like it. It's like a sense of relief. It's almost like this ecstatic, like just amazing, wonderful feeling when they finally give you that attention that you were begging for and over giving for and over functioning for. It becomes less about love and more about proving you are finally enough for them. This is, honestly, I relate to this so bad because I definitely was in connections where I was just overly doing it and overly compensating in way too many ways, even though that this person had done some shady things behind my back. I still wanted this connection for whatever reason and was doing the most to make things work, to make a compromise when I didn't even have to do that. I should have walked away many of times, but I kept getting pulled into that dynamic, this kind of feeling, this addiction feeling. And truly, it was such an emotional roller coaster. I didn't really get the time to process anything, to be honest. It was just extreme highs and extreme lows and extreme highs and extreme lows, and there wasn't really a time where it was just anxiety free, because the extreme highs, they weren't even like good highs, to be honest. Like, they were eggshells. There were still eggshells creeping up there, it was still uncomfortable to be in those highs because it's like, okay, the other shoe it's about to drop. It was very shaky ground, very uncomfortable, but what can I say? I was an addict to the feeling. But at the end of the day, realizing now that love, it's not a finish line, it's not a race, it's not this competition, it's not about what you can do in order to gain their love. Love should just feel like home, especially with your person. It should feel like home, it should feel like peace, it should feel like it's so good to see you, it's so good to be around you, and it's not uncomfortable or where you feel the need to overcompensate to get the attention that you deserve and that you want. So now in this segment, we're gonna talk about when they give us crumbs and it feels like a reward. Okay, so just wrote some notes. They're kind of funny because these notes are like a reflection of my experience. So I'm just laughing because it's just so crazy that I even went through this. So they give you attention once a week and your heart leaps. They show small effort and you think it means everything is changing. So to pause on that, you know, like I was saying, the hot and cold dynamic, when they finally give you like, oh, I'm gonna show you attention now, it's like, oh my God, they care about me so much. Truly, it is it's like an addiction for real, because you're just constantly on the edge of your seat, like just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the shoe drops, but then you're like, okay, but then, you know, like the other week they did this, so therefore they will do it again. So it's like, if I keep holding on, if I keep doing this, if I keep doing that, they will give me that attention, they will change, they will do better. But like I say, to wrap up this segment, that is not love, that is conditioning, that is survival mode. They are just handing you breadcrumbs and feeding you scraps like you're garbage because they don't care about you that much. Literally pick up yourself, walk the hell away, and let karma do its thing to them. Obviously, like, I know it's not easy, especially when you are in that situation and you are that person who is, you know, being the chaser, being the this, being the that, doing the this for them. It's really hard because yes, you have the rose-colored glasses on, but I'm telling you right now, pick up your shit being your self-worth, your dignity, your self-esteem, your everything, your self-love. Pick it up and walk away. Do it now. Do it right now before your whole entire mental, spiritual, physical all starts to crumble. I swear to you, it'll start to show. It'll start to show up physically when you are done for in a relationship, when it's expired, when you're overgiving. You can tell in connections, especially, for example, when you look at a man and a woman, and when you look at them and you see like the woman, she's glowing, she's happy, she looks vibrant, she looks incredible, she looks so feminine, so pretty, she wears pink, she is living her soft life because this man is taking care of her. This man is pouring into her as well. And then when you look at other couples in relationships where the woman, she is drained, she looks not healthy, like just kind of lifeless, there's no glow to her anymore, may look like her hair might be thinning, I don't know, based on my experiences, yes, like I completely lost my glow, I lost so much weight, I was losing hair, literally, guys, like I have a pretty big forehead, I use this to cover it, but my forehead was literally getting up to here. So it wasn't like a 5 head anymore. It was literally like a 10 head. And I was losing hair and I was skinny and just lost the glow. Like I just did not look like myself because I was overgiving. Like I was pouring so much into someone and someone that was literally siphoning my energy, like literally sucking the life out of me. So to end this segment, I just want to say, if you find yourself pouring way too much in a connection and in a dynamic and the scales are tilted way too much and they're not doing anything to meet you halfway, get up and walk away. There's always someone for everyone. You just need to not be so worried about when it's gonna come, how it's gonna show up, and just keep doing you until it does, and leave that siphoning ass energy in the past and don't return to it either. I know the addiction might want you to, you know, keep spinning the block, but yes, keep embarrassing yourself until you realize and wake the fuck up, till those glasses are ripped off of your face and you realize, whoa, what am I doing? This is not okay. So I'm telling you right now, walk away. Okay, so segment 2, fantasy versus reality. Let's get into it. So in this breadcrumbing type of situation, You weren't in love with the real version of them. You were in love with who they could be. You were holding on to the potential. And I talked about this in a previous podcast about potential, like real potential, or is this just fake? Like, is this just fantasy? And you're just holding on to the idea of what they could become in your brain, not what they could become in reality, not what they're showing you right now. You are imagining them showing up in your brain in an alternate, completely la la land reality. When the truth is, they're just not going to show up for you because they don't like you, because they don't want to be in a relationship with you. That's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you are in that dynamic and that connection and you care about this person, but that is the truth. Don't waste your time with these fools. Like, especially sister from another sister, do not waste your time, especially young dating, young relationships. Like, yes, it's cute. I love that for some people. They can find their high school sweethearts and their soulmates and they're married. And then for the rest of us who meet these horrible individuals, okay, I'm not gonna be this dramatic. These individuals who don't really want they don't really like you like that. They don't really care for you like that, but they like the idea of what you could give them, such as, or a free crib to stay at, or free food, or whatever this. You're just giving them that attention that their ego needs because they were also probably starved. So I'm saying you fell for potential, not their presence. You fell for potential, not their current present, not their current reality of how they're showing up for you today. Because the truth is, they were inconsistent, were they? They were distant, emotionally shut down, but you held on to the version that you imagined that they might become if they healed, if they chose you, if they woke up. No, wake up right now. Wake up today. Wake up right this second, because that's not gonna happen, honey. That's not, I'm sorry, like, if they're showing up not even halfway, barely meeting you, like they're distant, they're emotionally shut down, like I was saying, and they come up with excuses of why they're not talking to you, and then they're hot and cold. I keep saying they don't like you. Like, what else do you want me to say? I don't know how else to rephrase this. Like, I'm sorry, they just don't like you. Real love does not ever make you feel like that. It does not ever make you question your worth. It makes you feel giddy and excited all the time. No, not all the time, but most times, where it's not eggshells. It's just peace, it's calm, it's serene. You're not holding on to this said potential because they're already showing up for you like that. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I have to do this. Oh my goodness, like only if they just look, because they're already showing up for you like that. Well, I just want to be extremely clear about what individual or who you claim that you were in love with, and I have my notes as well. You were in love with their potential, right? Like I said, you saw the light in them even when they lived in the dark. 2, the moments they showed up, you clung on to those good times, ignoring the rest. Ignoring the rest of the shitty things that they did to you, said to you, spoke to you, however they did you. You ignored them because one good time felt incredible. It felt like it outweighs the bad, all of the terrible, shitty things that they did to you. One good time. 3, the fantasy. So in your mind, you already had a future with them, even if they never showed effort to build one with you. You are idolizing this connection with them. You're already settling down to this person, assuming and thinking like, oh my God, they're the one, because you're in survival mode and you do not know what real love is. Yeah, stop doing that right away. And I'm sorry to say, because I know it's hard, but it's like your brain is just filling in those gaps with hope, assuming that they're gonna change, and like wishing, and this la la land, like, they just need to grow up, they just need to change. No, that's who they are. That's who they are right now. You take it right now, because we need to be in the present. We're not in the future, we're living in this reality. And lastly, number 4, you made excuses for the red flags. For example, oh, they're just going through it, or they're not used to love like this, or they'll come around when they're ready. Why are you making excuses for someone to treat you good? Why are you dismissing their red flags? Is that what you want in a connection? You want to be treated like shit? You want this person to not ever meet you halfway, to not love you properly, to feed you breadcrumbs? That's the kind of life you want to live? Anxiety, over-functioning, over-giving, over-filling people's cups, drained as hell, looking miserable as hell? Over here, we don't do that. We don't accept that. We don't do that, and we walk away as quickly as possible. As soon as one red flag shows up in a connection, especially if, so for example, like for me in my dating field, I don't even like dating because I just don't care to talk about, oh my god, your favorite color, what's your favorite song, what are your hobbies. Like, I don't care for that. So in this phase, I'm just kind of waiting for my soulmate to magically appear at my door. But for when I was, even just texting, like I immediately, if there was something off about the energy or how they were responding to me or whatever they were saying, it's immediately blocked. And some of the guys that I had talked to, you know, like if they gave me a red flag, I would block them, their number, right? And then, you know, sometimes they'll realize, oh shit, like she don't play like that, and then they'll try and reach out again. Don't take the bait. Even if they try and reach out again on a different number, block them again. Your person will show up for you exactly how they are supposed to. They meet you all the way on day one. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to stress about that. So to close up segment number 2, I just want to say that within the segment, it was more so about, you weren't really trying to love this person, right? You were trying to heal them, like a mother would do, you know, seeing the best in their child. Like, no, get out of that immediately. It's not your job to heal nobody. It's not your job to hold up these standards and these bars for someone who is not doing it for themselves, who's not choosing to grow for themselves or for you or the connection. You don't need to hold on to dead weight. Let it go. Let them go find someone else to siphon energy from, not you. Hopefully they'll learn quicker than you did. All right, let's move on to segment number 3. So segment number 3 is why it hurts so much. So why it hurts so much to let them go and to walk away. I guess it hurts so much because you weren't just losing them, you were grieving them. You were grieving this alternate reality of what you thought could be or become. You were so fixated and so held on to this reality that, you know what, it's okay, just give it a few years, they'll change, they'll grow, when that's not even true. I don't know why you're gaslighting your own damn self in your brain. Yes, I can understand, because yes, you're grieving this portion of your life with this said person because you thought things would end up the way that you wanted, the way that you envisioned, the way you saw it to be. Even though they never promised it, you built it in your own head and in your own heart. You literally just did a big one on yourself. You just fell in love with a version of them that you thought they could be. You fell in love with the healed version of who you wanted them to be, and not this distorted, broken individual going around fucking with people's lives. And it's like seeing past sometimes, and I've really been learning this, to just see people for what they are and what they show you, face value. I don't fall for shit no more. Honestly, I'm skeptical of all people, and I don't really care if you judge me for that, but I just am, and I take things face value. I don't try and believe in this alternate fake reality of what this person could be. It's whatever you give me that day of, in person, however we talk, that is how I'm perceiving you. Perceiving you as whatever you are giving to me. So it's like, you really got to stop yourself from seeing the potential in people or seeing them as this healed person. It's not your job to do that. You let that person show up exactly how they're showing up right now, today, this second, and believe it. To close off that quick little segment, yes, it can be painful to want to walk away, to leave the connection for yourself and for your own sake, but This pain, it doesn't last forever. It's not a forever feeling. It's not something that will be so damaging in 10 years from now. Yes, you are allowed to feel, grieve however you need to feel, and process whatever emotions you need to feel for that time being until you are okay. But this moment in time is so small compared to the rest of your life and the rest of whatever beautiful loves that are going to be walking into your life, giving you full platters with no conditions, no anything, just full platters right to your doorstep. We're going to wait for that. We're going to let that sprinkle into our life. Okay, we're going to move on to segment number 4. So this segment is obviously the ending segment. This one, we'll just call it the shift, or, reclaiming your power again. So, your desire to love somebody and love someone deeply, it is not a weakness. So being soft, emotional, romantic, it's not a weakness. It's depth. It's a gift. It's a gift to be able to want to love someone and cherish them deeply for their soul, their being, their spirit, and who they are as a person. Unfortunately, you just gave it to the wrong person, the person that was not equipped with the right tools to take care of that, to honor that, to respect that, to hold that, and it takes obviously special people, a special someone to have those hands out for you so that you can just dump your love all over them, and they will dump all their love back onto you. And it's not this scary tipping scale to see if you give love, waiting until you'll get it back. No, this time you're gonna receive that love 10 times fold, 10 times more than what your previous person that was siphoning your energy could give you. So don't let situations like this or encounters with siphoning ass individuals, don't let that dim your light, don't let that turn you cold, don't let that make you not want to love again. Just raise your standards and choose better. Choose better, look for better. Don't accept anything less than. Don't accept anything that your last person gave you. And that's kind of how I started looking at the dating world. Like, this said individual gave nothing. So for me, my standards are so incredibly high. I don't even care if I end up single, because I don't care if my standards are too high for people to reach. You're not there. You're just not meant to reach those standards. They're so high and might be unreachable because I'm so comfortable within myself, within who I am, within being single. I definitely did have like a dream of, becoming married and having kids and all that stupid, not stupid, all that, we'll just say that. And after having said connection, it really shifted my view, because I went through the phases of hating men and hating connections and hating love and questioning my sexual orientation, because I was literally not even attracted to nobody. I literally could not be bothered. And now I'm finally in this place where, yes, I definitely can see myself, having fun, dating, whatever, hopefully my soulmate, but I'm also at this point where I just don't care. I don't even care. I would rather be single than to deal with chaos or troublesome. Like, I would rather my standards be too high than to ever self-sacrifice myself ever again. I sacrificed myself way too much to people. I overgave way too much, and I not wasted, because I know those were lessons in my life, but I gave so much of myself to others and people and their energy, and I'm just at this point where I could care less. Could care less to be in a relationship, could care less to overextend, overdo. Like, I just don't accept bad treatment. I don't accept disrespect. I immediately block. I immediately remove. I immediately walk away, because it took me a long time, tooth fighting, nails, whatever violent thing you can imagine. Like, it took me a long time and a lot of grit and a lot of strength to get to be in this moment of peace, in this timeline of peace now, where I can just be happy and no one is bothering my energy, no one is taking away from me. I am not overgiving, I'm not people pleasing, I'm not doing any of that shit. So I would never self-sacrifice myself ever again. And you know, sometimes us ladies, we need that. We need that trifling ass, siphoning ass energy to come and snatch from you so that you can learn some lessons. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. The good meaning like you transmute that energy and you reclaim your power, and now you're this standard baddie, you know? Or sometimes it can make things worse and make you fall into old habits again, but we're still praying for those girlies who are going through that. But just raise your standards, choose yourself, choose peace over chaos, choose being single over chaos, because it's so much better, it's so much more at peace. You get to spend your own money on yourself. You don't have to worry about this person's passive aggressive energy. You don't have to worry about that. And wait, for those who are waiting for beautiful soulmates to come into your life, it will happen. Don't worry about the how, the when, whatever it is, because I swear to you, it'll just appear out of thin air. I swear to God. The universe works in mysterious ways and will make everything happens exactly how it's supposed to. Everything is aligned exactly how it's supposed to. In a matter of moments, places, and situations, and peoples, and settings, everything happens exactly how it's supposed to. So just trust, believe, have faith, and let that soulmate walk into your life. But you gotta start with yourself. You gotta start with raising your standards and reclaiming that self-love energy. And with that energy, I believe in energy, so whatever you are attracting, it's what you are. So if you're raising your standards, you're not taking no shit, no disrespect from nobody, because you love you, because you choose you, because you know you deserve good things. You know you deserve love, abundance, peace, and happiness. And when you raise your energy and rise up to be that, you will attract that. You will attract the perfect person for you, who will treat you like a princess, who will take care of you, and in turn, you will give them this beautiful womanly love. And to start to close off this segment, I just want to say that you don't need to shrink yourself or chase anyone anymore, because your love is a gift. It is not a sacrifice, and when it's the right person, you won't have to perform or beg or overgive. And in your moments of being single or solitude, take that time to become the most magnetic person ever. Literally pour all of that loving energy, because I know personally me, I have a lot of love to give, which is a gift given my crazy childhood. I still have so much love to give. Like I love to love. I love to care for people. I love to take care of people and give them my love. And when in this, you know, when I had to switch it around a little bit, I started just pouring that into myself and taking care of myself, like going to the gym and, you know, treating workouts not like a punishment, but more so like I'm doing this for my body, for myself, because I want my dream body for me to enjoy. I started, you know, pouring into my passions a lot more and investing in things that really truly made me happy to the core, and doing things freely, and just doing things freely, like as in just being authentic, like changing up my style, you know, changing up my clothes or my hair or my makeup, or buying new accessories to, you know, change up my style, make me feel good. I started eating a lot better, eating cleaner, you know, just eating more fruits and veggies, and just incorporating more healthier meals, and home cooking as well, getting into cooking, because I want to nourish myself. I want to nourish my body and take care of me, and really started pouring into like spas, at-home spas, bitch. I'm not rich, okay? Anyways, at-home spas, because they're so fun, just taking time to relax. Like I literally will pour myself a bath and put bath bombs, essential oils in there, dim the lights, play jazz, and just chill and relax. And I will tell myself affirmations too while I'm sitting in there, like I am peace, I am love, I am abundant, I am magnetic, I love myself, I honor myself, you know, shit like that. Start pouring into you. Start filling up your cup with all the beautiful love and that beautiful energy that you want to give. Give it to yourself. You're with yourself all the time. Give it to yourself and you will attract that. You will attract the right person, I promise you. Alrighty, so that is the end of that segment. This is the end of the podcast. I hope you girlies enjoyed this. This is, sister from another sister. Like, choose you, honor you, and immediately spot out the red flags. Immediately. Don't let that put you in a chokehold. Don't let that confuse your brain. Choose yourself and your self-worth, please, okay? Because it's like, you don't want to go through this hassle of looking drained, balding, losing your glow. I swear, all things around you in your life will start to go wrong. If you're pouring into the wrong person, trust me, it will happen. But anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you liked, and I just hope that this was relatable to some of y'all. I hope that this gives you a few things to reflect on or to look on or look back on, and just think to yourself, like, is this what I'm doing? Like, did I go through that? Like, what are ways I can improve or do better or choose better for me? Yeah, guys, I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, all good things, and subscribe, please, if you are new. Stay tuned for the next video. All right, bye.